Okay, welcome to election night 2020. It's Joe Biden versus Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the incumbent president running for re-election with running mate Joe Biden. Running mate Joe Biden. Sorry. Running mate Vice President. Vice President Mike Pence. And Joe Biden has Cory Booker. All right, here we go. Our poll closings. And our first states for Donald Trump: Indiana, Kentucky, South Carolina, and Georgia, all for Donald Trump. On the flip side, for Joe Biden, it's Vermont and Virginia. Here's the map. 44-16, Donald Trump is winning. 7:30 poll closings. North Carolina goes for Donald Trump. West Virginia for Donald Trump, a very conservative state. He won that by a big margin. Ohio for Donald Trump. What did I just say? Donald Trump. This is going to be a very important state because it's a swing state, it's a flip state, whatever you want to call it. It goes back and forth, and it's got 18 votes, which is a big margin, and it's very important. So, I don't think it's going to get flipped. Trump is ahead by a few points here, and polls are closed. Like 90% of the votes are in. I don't think it's going to flip. But I will say this. It will be a very important state for Donald Trump to win tonight. Joe Biden is very confident, and a lot of Democrats are very confident Joe Biden will win. So therefore, if Trump wants to prove them wrong and win, Ohio will be a very important state. Alright, it's 82-16, more than 3 times what Joe Biden has for Donald Trump. 8 p.m. poll closings. Missouri goes for Donald Trump. We have a lot of states coming in, so let's get through these. Oklahoma for Donald Trump. Tennessee for Donald Trump, Mississippi for Donald Trump, and Alabama for Donald Trump. That is all for Donald Trump. And for Joe Biden, we have Florida, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine, which will be I'll get to that in a sec. The Democrats have taken the lead. It's now 145-125. Biden is ahead by exactly 20 votes. And also, it looks like he has a good shot at winning. Because, basically, Joe Biden needs to... The Democrats, basically. If everything went the same as last year, only 3 states need to flip. Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. If everything else goes the same as it did last year, Biden will still win. Only by a couple votes, but he will still win. Because he's flipped Pennsylvania and he's won Florida, which isn't even necessary. So he could even lose Michigan and Wisconsin, and he would still win. Also, Maine, the 2nd district there, is flipped. It was red last year. It's blue this year. 30 poll closings. Arkansas goes for Donald Trump. And that's it. 9 p.m. poll closings. We have New York for Joe Biden. We have a lot of states coming in. Michigan for Joe Biden. Wisconsin for Joe Biden. Minnesota for Joe Biden. And New Mexico for Joe Biden. Colorado is too close to call. Surprisingly, it is usually a pretty safe Democrat state. If it isn't yet, it will be soon. But Donald Trump is actually surprisingly leading, too. So, it being too close to call is weird enough, but Trump leading is definitely different. 37% of the vote is in there. Louisiana and Texas for Trump. Oklahoma for Trump. Kansas for Trump. 3 out of 5 votes in Nebraska will go for Trump. As you know, they do divide up their districts like Maine does. Those are the only 2 states. South Dakota for Trump. Wyoming for Trump. And that is it. So it is 215 to 209. 203, but if you count Colorado's 9 votes, it is 215 to 212. A lot of people are saying that Colorado is going to flip, and I could see that happening. It is generally a safe Democrat state. I don't know why Donald Trump is leading. It could go for Donald Trump. I really don't know. But, who knows? At this point, Michigan and Wisconsin are 1. They can lose Colorado, but it would just... I don't see it happening, that's all. 10 p.m. poll closings now. Iowa is too close to call with 64% of the votes in. leading is Donald Trump. That's not too surprising. Usually Iowa is a pretty safe state, and in the past few elections it's becoming more conservative. So, for Donald Trump we have Montana, Utah, and for Joe Biden, one state, Nevada. Here it is, we have two states too close to call, Colorado and Iowa, both being led by Donald Trump. So it's 221 to 227. If you count Colorado and Iowa, Trump has the lead. If you don't count Colorado and Iowa, Donald Trump does not have the lead. So it's a matter of 15 electoral votes, basically. Yeah. Alright, 11 p.m. poll closings. These are our second to last. North Dakota for Donald Trump. Idaho for Donald Trump. It looks like these will prove decisive for the Democrats. Colorado is called, finally. All the votes are in, and the polls are closed, and it will go for Joe Biden. It does flip. That's what I thought. I thought it would. Washington goes for Joe Biden, and the whole West Coast will. Oregon for Joe Biden, California for Joe Biden. Iowa goes for Donald Trump, not too surprising. And the last votes in Nebraska, the last two, will go for Donald Trump. Hawaii goes for Joe Biden. And after all that, that is it. Joe Biden has 308 to 227. He is now the president-elect of the United States of America. He is the projected winner of tonight's election. However, Donald Trump has not given up yet. It's 1 o'clock in the morning now. Alaska for Donald Trump. Breaking news. Moments ago, Donald Trump called Joe Biden to concede the presidential election. And now, 308 to 230, this is the final electoral map. Joe Biden is now the 46th President of the United States of America.